Hello everybody, this is Sensei Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Fallout London. Well, we are here in Islington, with the shadows growing a bit as time passes. And something kind of fascinating I noticed as I started recording here, I can actually see the Feral Ghoul Reavers.
Shoot them! Kill them fucking dead!
But they apparently spotted me as well and are now trying to make their way up here. Ah. That's how.
Whipping time!
Now, Kira, it's not polite to taunt the zombies.
That's the only good stuff.
Anyway, as I was saying before that nice little moment of observation ended, we are here in Islington to seek out the leader of the Miller's Men and get his endorsement so that we can go into the fancy part of Westminster and talk to Mr. Smythe. Gotta take a bit of a winding path to get there and shoot a bunch of his minions in the process.
Causes you to trifle with Kira the Invincible.
Miller! Fully paid for that. Good luck to you. Oh, man. What a day.
Hey, we got a sweet roll out of that.
Have a fucking taste of this.
Enough
Leg.
already!
No, not like this.
Fucking
Try
have it!
another day.
Just
I can still fuck this.
bash them in! Quick, fuck this! The enemy is afoot!
Oh, and she took the head off that one. That was kind of awesome. Well, anyway, hopefully he will not take it amiss that we have killed a bunch of his followers trying to get to him through the winding, filthy streets of Islington. And this would, of course, be a dead end. Well, maybe not that dead, but...
Come. It awaits.
And we're almost on the edge of level 40, and after all that, coming back to the airplane wreckage that we were walking around in the first place. But here we go.
Hey, if Ma and Da could see me now, bet they'd be livid.
Now, we came by here before, but we didn't stop in because I was anticipating an ambush. Yep, there's the headman himself.
Well, the Wayfarer. Isn't that something? Venturing into my territory is generally considered a bad idea. But I hear you're more competent than most.
You hoided me?
This city runs on information. And you're new blood. I've some friends in the vagabonds and elsewhere.
Well,
Got a
that
job for you. Something I need doing, and I need it done well. For the sake of my conscience.
you have a conscience?
Indeed.
All right, what's the job?
It's of a sentimental and personal nature. I won't go into detail. I hear talk of a man at St. Paul's Sanctuary. John Marsh. I used to know a man by that name. I owe him a life debt. For a long time I thought him dead. If that isn't the case, I still owe him for that debt. If it's him, do whatever he asks, no matter what. When you're paid off my debt, you'll be paid in cash.
How do I confirm his identity?
Question him. He's one of the few people who know my real name. The fact he knows it ain't Miller will be proof enough.
All right. Why do you need me to do it?
I'm not a liked man in London. I doubt the do-gooders at St. Paul's will let me back in without an army at my back.
Why do you owe him?
Saved my life. A great risk to his own.
I'll do it.
Then go to St. Paul's and don't waste any time.
Okay, so we now have find John Marsh at St. Paul's Sanctuary. I think we're going to have to go to London first. And yeah, we are so close to level 40. So close. I can taste it. And getting all sorts of locations here. Up there is St. Paul's. Ah, foggy day. And there's something green. It's a glowing fox. And that was a rather tough beastie. It just shrugged off one of my exploding rounds. Didn't shrug off the headshot, though.
There's trouble about. Rats around here.
You another mercenary. Come to rob me, as I told the last one. I've given everything to the sanctuary. You bandits won't get a scrap.
I'm not a mercenary or a bandit. I'm a treasure hunter.
Ah, my apologies. I've had too many thugs in here trying to shake me down.
Why are people trying to rob you?
I accumulated some wealth in my travels. Nothing monetary. Trinkets, baubles, that sort of thing. I've left it all to this place. Couldn't think of anywhere more deserving.
Who are you?
Name's John Marsh. What can I do for you?
Do you know a man named Miller?
The famed Miller of Islington. I knew him. A long time ago. He was a very different man back then. Different name, too.
How do you know Miller?
I was new to the area. He'd just left the pistols. We did some odd jobs together, security work, that sort of thing. When I found out why he was no longer with the pistols, we parted ways.
What happened with Miller and the pistols?
He murdered someone and was banished for it.
Where have you been all these years?
I've been traveling. There's more to this world than London.
He says you saved his life. What's the story there?
We were in Lewisham, scavenging for old world technology. We got reckless. A roof caved in on us. I got out. He didn't. For some reason, I don't know, loyalty. I went back for him. Managed to dig him out before the building collapsed entirely.
Miller wants to pay off his debt.
At the time, I told Miller he didn't owe me anything. He didn't like that. It made him feel lesser. Knowing what he's become, I'm of a mind to take him up on the offer. If he really wants to pay off his debt, he could end his reign of terror. But he won't do that. Which is why he sent you, I take it.
How come he's so adamant about paying off his debt?
It's a matter of pride for him. Conscience has nothing to do with it.
Why do you think he sent me?
With the power he's accumulated over the years, there isn't a lot he can't do. But I imagine there's still quite a lot he doesn't want to do. You are a proxy through which he can pay off his debt.
You did a good thing. Don't you think you deserve a reward?
No one deserves anything, but... oh, damn it. There is something. Something I need you to do.
Here it comes.
But it isn't very pleasant.
Whatever it is, I'll do it.
As you can see, I haven't much time left in this world before I move on to the next. And I'd like to make that journey with someone. The love of my life, Jane. I lost her many years ago. But her soul, it isn't at rest. We were traveling through Newham together. Got separated. She was delirious when I found her. She must have fallen into the marina. I carried her for a while, to the old airport. I couldn't help her. She'd already started to change, so I ran. I could never bring myself to look back. Until now. I need you to go there and put her soul to rest.
She turned into a Thames folk?
Gods no. That wouldn't have mattered. A ghoul. Feral. Makes you think twice about those commuters. Each one of them a person. Each one reduced to a base life.
Sorry for your loss. I'll put her soul to rest.
It was so long ago. Yet still so painful. Thank you. If you have any questions, I'm not going anywhere.
Why do you hate Miller so much?
Turning feral isn't the only way one can lose their humanity.
Why do you change your mind about accepting help?
It's who I was accepting it from that irked me. But I realize now this is too important to leave be.
Any preference on how it's done?
Quickly, if possible.
I'll be off then.
Goodbye.
And you'll note, he has a special magazine here. And a tarnished key. It does not count as stealing to take any of them. But I am not entirely comfortable taking things from a man on his deathbed. So with that done, we'll go and switch our quests out. And London Airport is way over here, not too far from the radiated zone that we've already explored a bit. Now we're going to need to pop a Radix the minute we jump in there. And we jump right into the middle of a fight as well.
Follow you, follower.
And just like that, we're at
No
level
point
40.
leaving anything behind.
No point leaving anything behind, indeed. And hey, economy wonder glue. Now, thankfully, the storm's not too bad at this moment, because before it didn't look like there was any way to get over to that location over there. And from there isn't, but luckily this flotilla is somewhat connected.
Oh, great. More commuters. Well, that settles that. Victory is ours.
And I was trying to get around to that one little dock space. But weirdly enough, you can't get through it there. You have to go around this long way. Looks like the storm's starting back up. But I've got one more location we need to grab before we head into the airport. Empty Bellies and Broken Promises by Mr. Dankworth. Okay, we'll give that one a listen in a bit, but we got a Pinder here. And then here we have the London Airport. Thankfully, that shaking aside, we should not be having any issues in here. The room is, or the building and this room are radiation proof, but it does appear that there is something nasty right in the next room.
Did you hear that? Quick, get that! Aha! Here's another triumph for Kieran at the end of... My senses are tingling. Can't fool me.
Apparently we can fool that one. It went running the other way.
Psychic. Strip on bare.
And oh yes, and all that, I forgot we have a new perk to choose. Let's hide the ineligible ones. Now let's see, blacksmith, don't really need melee weapons, heavy gunner, haven't really been using most of those. How have I not taken rifleman before now? Of course, I've been using my pistol more than that, but let's see. No enemy specific weaknesses. Could be handy. Night vision. Finding path could be useful. Medic, gun nut. Oh, I think we gotta do gun nut. Oop. Wow, I think the ricochet on that one actually killed the second one. Not bad. Ooh, sneak attack. Before I forget, what was that one tape? Empty Bellies. Ah, yes.
Mr. Dankworth here. I reckon this recording might be a historical marker. A voice from the abyss of hunger and desperation in the early days after the bombs fell. The world had gone to hell in a handbasket, that's for certain. We thought we were prepared, stocking up on canned goods and bottled water. But all the planning, all the preparation, it crumbled to dust when the bombs started dropping. The first weeks were tough, but we held on, clinging to the hope that things would stabilise. We shared our rations, shared stories of better times. Then came the whispers of government relief efforts. They promised food, shelter, a way to rebuild. But all we got were more empty bellies and broken promises. hungry. Children, the elderly, everyone. We scavenged like vultures in the wasteland, searching for scraps, anything edible. We turned to the land, trying to grow what we could, but the soil was tainted, and the air was poison. You'd see people trade their last belongings for a measly can of beans or a crust of bread. I remember a family offering their wedding rings just to feed their children. And yet, the relief aid never came. Riots broke out, desperation boiled over. We thought humanity would rally together, but instead it was every man for himself. People fought over scraps of what used to be. It was like the world had gone mad, and hunger turned us into monsters. Now I sit here, recording this, with a belly as empty as my heart. We lost so much in those early days. Our trust in institutions, our faith in fellow humans, our sense of normalcy. I don't know what the future holds. Whether we will rebuild or keep stumbling through this London wasteland. But let this recording stand as a testament to the days when our stomachs growled louder than the bombs, when food became the currency of survival, and when our hunger defined us more than anything else. May future generations learn from our mistakes. May they cherish every bite of food, and may they never forget the pain of a rumbling stomach in the wake of devastation.
Heavy stuff. And unfortunately, things have not gotten much better in the world of Fallout. Although I'm feeling kind of depressed because that's a real problem in the real world. And with that thought, I'm going to close this chapter out. But next time, we will get on with doing what we can to put Mrs. Marsh to rest and pay the debt of a Nazi scumbag, and hope that in some way that actually makes the world a better place. Fictional or real. But thank you all for watching and listening. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a comment if you are so inclined. And we'll continue from here next time. Take care until then, and be good to each other.